My attention has been guided to structure. And invite you to just notice how you started, how you came in this morning, how it was out there just before entering, to how it is now. That is just one point of structure. And when we see that point, we can look at another point. And it'd be, oh, I offer. What will it be like when I leave? What do I want when I leave? And that creates a tension of intention. And it has to happen then. It just may not be the way we think, the way we expect. So from when I came in to now, balanced was a word that sparked. Sparked, balance, sparked. It's not my word, it's just drew my attention. And that helped me balance. And just to put attention on the 2 points of structure. Where we are and what do we want. All in the feeling. Hmm. So my words for the day is how I am now is balanced. And I asked, what do I want when we're done? And love was my answer. To be loved. To love. Where are you and where do you want to be?
I I am in a reflective space and have been most of today. Um, I don't think I want to be anywhere else. I like to be in this reflective space. It usually leads to integration of something. So I've learned to just go with it because it's part of my processing. So reflective is my word, and that's all.
Thank you. And that's perfect. As you still heard, I want to be reflective. I am being reflective and I will continue.
My word is listen. I've noticed because I've been like doing this work. I'd say the past year, I've noticed that I tend to interrupt people when they're talking. I don't mean to do it. It's just I tend to interrupt people. So yeah, just I've been learning to actually listen. So yeah, listen.
Yeah, I've had that conditioning too. Means I can share that experience with all that. Thank you, Ian. Thanks for being here.
There is something that I want to ask. It's completely off topic though, but something I've been contemplating, and I'm not sure which structure I'm in. As you know, the body that I chose has a condition called lipodystrophy, which is fat wasting. And the past year, I've been losing more fat on my face, and my cheeks have gone quite hollow, and I've just lost quite a lot of fat on my face. I went to my doctor's, and my doctor said to me about dermal fillers, and she said, fix it, will fix the problem. So I've been thinking about dermal fillers, but if I get dermal fillers, am I in the wrong structure? Am I in the fixing and not the creating? So yeah, I've been contemplating getting them, but I know I can only be in one structure. I can be in the creative or the fixing. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to or not.
Which one does it feel like for you?
A part of me wants to because I'm excited to actually have cheeks. And then part of me saying embrace who I am. Embrace what I chose because I chose this body. So embrace the fat loss, embrace the uniqueness. So it's like swinging between both, embracing myself, but then excitement for having cheeks on my face. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I vote do whatever makes you happy.
That was the answer that I had. Was I was listening for the biggest passion, like the biggest joy.
there's a natural filler. It's something like hydrochloric, or so it sounds like that, or it's that, but it's a natural filler that you can they use at the moment. If you're worried about the dermal stuff or the chemicals or anything, there's like it's a cool substance out that ladies I know have been using. That to highlight their yeah. So maybe you could look into that. If you were, I'm not sure what you're worried about. It sounds like when you were explaining having cheeks that you were like really happy about that. So I'd go with that.
So there's the process that we can, you can sit and look at your reflection in one way and then look at it another way. And that may, if you have a criteria, you could do it. Well, you're not even a criteria, sorry. Just as when you're complete with that, you could look at which one, what was the difference in the feeling? Would you like me to guide you through something like that?
Can I show you what I mean on camera? Because you'll see it then. It's like I've lost a bit more in my face. So yeah, if you can see here.
Let me spotlight you just for a second.
Hmm.
There we are.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see like here. Like I've lost more here. So yeah, I went to the doctors and she just said that I can get it funded, so I don't have to pay. And I was like, oh right, okay. And that's the first category. Yeah.
Thank you.
You sound excited by that. You sound excited when you talk about it. So they don't last forever, do they? The dermal fillers. So you could only try it, really. And yeah.
12 months. 12 months, they said.
So imagine yourself just sitting in front of the, would you like to just visualize it and see if that helps with the decision? Or
Yeah.
do you, or you good with it?
Mm,
Do you know which
I'm,
way
un-
you're going to go?
I'm unsure.
Just
I
imagine you're
think,
sitting.
hmm,
Yeah.
I think I might try it because they're only going to last 12 months anyway. So yeah, I might try it.
You can imagine yourself in the mirror, just in your mind, right? You imagine yourself as you are, and then imagine as it would be, and put those two pictures together and just look at them. Which one are you drawn to? Which one feels better? Which one would you just love? Ask yourself, which one would I love? Circle it.
I would like to have cheeks so I can just pull them and be like, ah, you know.
That's a day, great.
I'll be looking in the mirror and just pulling my cheeks like, ah, you know.
How many times would you do that? And good morning, Allison. Welcome. At least I think that was you.
Morning, Alison. So sorry for that. I had my mic was off. Good morning. What a lovely way to come into giggles.
Right. Well, if there's a wobble, a wiggle, and then the giggle, we know that we don't have to address it anymore, huh? Means it's resolved, maybe, in that moment.
It's
Been my
absolutely
experience. Been my experience. I don't know what we resolved. I don't know what the giggle resolved, but
something got shed.
Yeah.
And space got made.
Mhm.
And joy was experienced.
So welcome to Balanced Love. And listening. 2 words so far.
My word for today's dreaming.
And we have reflection. 3 words, 4 words with dreaming. Balanced, wanting love, reflecting, listening and dreaming, listening to the dreams. That is what we did with Ian. Just imagine it this way, imagine it that way. The key then is to listen to the answer.
I was just unsure whether I was in the creative structure or the problem solving. That's all. Because I know I can only be in one, and I want to be in the creative, not the problem solving.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if me getting it done would be solving a problem and not creating. Does that make sense?
Right. All I can go off of is the frequency that I hear in the voice between them. I think that's what Ebony's picked up on as well. So as we listen, right, I listen for a higher expanding, like the one from like what would just feel good. And I look at the 2 points because you spoke the 2 points. And I was just listening to how you spoke about them, right? How you oriented to them. That was the only way that I was listening for them. Because that does reveal the structure.
It's so interesting how tone does that, right? So then that means that there's structure in the tone, which obviously makes sense, but
I just want to comment, good morning. I just want to comment with Craig, just to reply to his awareness of gratitude. Yeah, so that's very consciously being very in his creative. And with having to come with my understanding right now where I am, as I've always been very aware of my surroundings, you know, to be aware and also to be it. And the future you cannot create. You can only create it by your emotion of thought, of bringing it into this now moment. So this is where the power is, where we just demonstrated with Ian, you know, of where he is reflecting, where is he choosing, what is he choosing. And in the current reality showing us his beautiful cheeks, a really beautiful face. That's where he's already there. He's made his decision. That's what's so beautiful about it.
I've been contemplating it for the past 4 years. I've just wanted to make sure I'm happy without it.
Exactly.
Like I don't need it to be happy, you know?
There we go. There's the structure.
See, that's the beautiful, that's what you literally like bringing it to such awareness of that understanding, not just being satisfied, but the acceptance of just knowing that you are comfortable. Even if it's uncomfortable, you can still be comfortable, yeah? And then just living that in creative of taking that emotion through of just being, because that's who you are. You are a being. You exist. You're a creator. You are magical. you know. I mean, every day it's to wake up to you. You are your first love, basically. You're coming back to you, to your soul, to your essence of what you are truly, not just because of the way you look. And when we get beyond the body, you know, and really see ourselves, how we're choosing to see ourselves, it is the reflection of just what will come from through our energy and what we are broadcasting. You know, because you always think our looks will attract, our looks will, you know, bring some sort of acceptance to society and give us some sort of, you know, understanding of who we are. But this is where you really tapping into, really honestly, it's just a reflection of thinking, oh, I've got to, like, when it is something where you just want, because you just want it, there's a difference. Does that make sense? There's the difference. And it's a beautiful way to be.
Thank you, Nikki. I want to thank you for reflecting that back to me, because you saw, you heard and saw parts of it
Oh yeah.
that I hadn't acknowledged before.
Mm.
So I really appreciate that.
I'd like to put some awareness on what you said, Ian. Between the, am I fixing it or am I in a creative structure?
Mm.
And if you were, let's just play out a scenario, which would be the fix it scenario. You said, and now I can't use your words exactly, but it was something along the lines of, I want to be comfortable how I am, who I am, just as it is. Now, if that wasn't the awareness, and you were to do this procedure to get something else, like it was going to attract something, or people would do something, or maybe there was something dissatisfactory in your life and you were doing this, that thinking it was going to give you something satisfactory, like it was going to change something, that to me is a fixing orientation, because when you do it and you get it, you'll just come back to the same spot. You'll come back to that dissatisfaction, and then you'll be looking for the next one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And it's unconsciously, it's the unconscious. It's that's where, you got to, that's it. It's a momentum. It just follows through for the next, and then you'll start looking at everything that needs to be corrected or fixed, or whatever you want to see for yourself. What is good for you. Yeah.
That's why that starting position is so important.
I do feel like if I was going to fix it, I would have had it done 4 years ago.
I do too. That would make sense.
But the thing is, they've always told me, because they've said it for a few years, that I would have to pay for it myself. But then I went about 2 months ago, and she suddenly said, "Oh, it'll be funded." So it's like, "Oh, right, okay."
Jeez. I don't know. Yeah, man. Anyway, isn't timing lovely?
Elegant. Key word for me in all this is new. NEW.
Yeah.
So if it's new, it's created.
Yeah, I do feel like
Wow,
I
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's spot on.
Or integrated.
Amen to that one too. Oh my goodness. There we
Yep.
go. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Yeah,
I
new
do
stuff
feel
has
like
a life of its own.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
I do feel like I created the funding because they've always said I'd have to pay, and then suddenly, oh, because it's due to condition, you'll get paid for you. And I was like, all right.
Yep.
So suddenly, yeah.
Mm. Nothing in vain, nothing in vain. Nothing you go through is in vain. Whatever growth, whatever experience, it's nothing in vain. And this is the surprise where you go, okay, I had to pay for it. And then, you waited. And that waiting was not just waiting. You really were moving forwards, working within yourself and all the things that you've done in your men's group and going out and, coming here and just showing up and just, living your life. Yeah. And there's something where you say, oh yeah, maybe I would just like that now, again, and here it is. It's free. It's actually free. It's for free. And that's where the creative structure is. You are on the creative structure. That's the beautiful part. You are on the creative structure. You're not in doubt or confused. You are. This is come to this moment of saying, okay, now I just would like it. I would like to just squeeze my cheeks, those little chubby cheeks. Yeah.
I do
And I
feel
would
like
just keep squeezing them.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. When I went to that men's group, I did get a bit triggered because one of the guys said to me when he said to me, we were being completely honest with each other. It was nothing personal. But when he said to me he was scared to talk to me, he had fear talking to me because of my appearance.
Yeah,
that did trigger me a little bit. So
yeah,
that's why I don't know if that's triggered me into wanting it or if I want it for me. So,
yeah, there's it. Yeah. And again, you just came to your awareness to say, what structure am I? Am I in the creative, egoic, or am I actually in the desired reality here? In the end of what I'm choosing, the end of what I'm choosing. Yeah. The motion, everything. And you are the creator. You are in the creative structure. That's the beauty here. It's unfolded right in front of you. You just haven't. It's not you haven't. It's just the awareness of receiving and saying thank you now. Just thank you. Thank yourself. Thank everything that you've done this far, because now you're going for what you love just because you love it.
yeah.
It's not vanity. It's not anything of trying to say I need to appear differently to others to receive me. No, because Ian receives himself. You have received yourself. Let me tell you, I've witnessed this through the months of, you are absolutely amazing.
I'll second that.
Absolutely amazing. Your messages in the inbox, for example, that video that you sent a couple of months ago swept me off my feet. I thought, wow, look at this guy shine. Look at him, whoa. And that, my dear, I salute you, Ian. I absolutely thank you. Thank you.
It just comes to me as creative because I just see myself in the mirror squeezing my cheeks like, hey,
amen, baby boy. Those little cheeks, Forget about, I'm telling you, it's so like, it's the sweetest little thing, when you squeeze those little cheeks. And when you had the birth come out yesterday in the dragon and dropping those love bombs, I thought, honey, let's go. This guy is going to be like, it's so the obvious of what you're experiencing now. It's absolutely beautiful. You created it. You absolutely have recreated everything. And it's just suddenly coming to you, with such love and grace that you've given to yourself and others. But now it's just pouring in. And you're going, oh, it's okay. Oh, I don't have to pay for that. Okay. And it's just the sudden little love bombs that are dropping. it's just dropping, because you're rebirthing every single moment of every breath you're taking. You are now in this such incredible power of allowing yourself just to say thank you. I exist, I am here, I am here, I am being it, who I am. In all that I am, I give thanks. In all that I am, I'm in love with me. And what a lovely love message you can give to your truth, core of who you truly are. Not your body, not your mind, but what your soul is, who you truly are. So
Thank you for them words, Nikki. I really appreciate it. I felt it in my heart. So thank you.
yeah, thank you too.
I'll share this. My meditation teacher told my husband once, when he was having a really difficult time, and he was asking about why does this happen in life? Why do we have to go through so much pain and suffering? And my teacher said, we have to swallow the bitter pill, because we are the essence of beauty. And the part that remains for me always is just that thing of remembering we are the essence of beauty.
Mm.
And that's the reflection on the water, of the sunlight on the water.
Mm. To be it and to be you, it takes courage.
Yes.
It takes courage. Because we are bombarded left, right, and center here. And it's all illusion. And we're all running here with our blindfolds, running behind each other. And no one, you know what I mean? It's like till you stop. Yeah. I know that you're the light. That you're the goddess, you're the God.
Yield to the dream.
Yeah.
And the reflection.
Yeah.
And listen to the difference.
For me, there was a portion of human suffering that I was sent here to live through and resolve or reconcile by living through that part.
And also what Christ says, you have to die before you have to live.
Yeah. And that's the dying part. That's
and that's
that I
also the
understand
shadow.
as I understand it. Yeah.
That's why the Zen masters say, die once on the mat and you never have to die again.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's all resurrection after that.
See the old, shed the old, create the new.
Yeah. Allow the old to pass away.
Yeah.
It's infinite creators we are of day 14.
Yeah. It's very powerful. Yeah. Because, you know, the resistance, even in my own life, the resistance of what was, and having also emotions, when you think of the emotions, because that's the part of going through the pain, right? But, you know, when there's no charge, even no emotional charge, then there's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
So that's basically what we're going for here, to let go of those old emotions, because that's basically not letting us go forwards into the future, because our absolute resistance is holding us. I talk for myself, but as I talk to myself, I talk to the whole collective, because you are me, I am you. We are mirroring each other here. This is the beauty of it. We are not mirroring each other. And what doesn't resonate, then it doesn't resonate. But it doesn't mean that it's not you and I'm not, you are not me and I am not you. So it's letting go of those emotional things that charges you, that you can gain the wisdom and then go forwards with that knowing of being.
Being united is the opposite of being divided. Both are choices.
Yeah.
Both are starting positions. One is just an old conditioned.
That was also reprogrammed.
Can be when you see it, right? When you see the condition. Oh man.
Yeah.
Look at my when I say no, I am dividing.
No, also when you say that, I hear what you say about dividing, but also no, we also be also a boundary of saying no too, you know?
Yes.
Of self-love. So this is also something that it's a paradox of to understanding, where that comes from naturally, yeah. But it's also a no is very powerful to say no, also, because it sets a boundary. It sets this is where it stops here, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right. There is no. The starting position can always flip flop and change.
Yeah.
And so there's no right. What I guess I
There's no
speak
wrong
to it.
either. Yeah.
That's right. I speak to the starting position that people
Yeah.
majority find themselves in.
Yeah.
And usually, typically, as like I am, there's so much that I'm unaware of.
Yeah.
Unaware that our condition is to judge, is to blame,
Yeah. Yeah.
is to divide, is to separate.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's a war zone, what we're having in our unconscious and our conscious with the ego and the superconscious. It's a constant war with our body and spirit. Constantly, we're in battle constantly. It is. And that's when you got to just be aware of that, and saying, okay, like Ian says, am I in the egoic agenda or am I in the creative agenda? But I can't be both. And yeah, it's with not so much with others, it's more with ourselves, because we are a reflection of what we're bringing into our reality and what we're bringing into our lives. When you say, oh, once upon a time I was with this group of people, and then I decided, no, they don't make me feel good when I leave, a party or something, and I realized, no, I got to stop going there. Yeah, there's resistance, because you have to shed that old pattern, because it's not working for you anymore. You're not feeling good.
Yes.
And that is the key of feeling good. I don't choose that anymore. And that is going to hurt. But it doesn't mean it's bad or good. It is just letting you go into the new creative of habits that you are choosing, that when you go into the group, that you go, oh my God, this is blissful. It's you that has brought yourself there. So when you're in that environment, you will find yourself so more loving towards yourself, so much more accepting, so much of saying, wow, I can do this. Is because the reflection of who you are, the energy that you are, you're bringing it to others, that others are reflecting it back to you. So God is revealing himself to you back to who you are, to you, who you really are. And when you know that, when you really get to know that, because no, you can't read this, you can't study this. It has to be experienced. It has to be the feel. But this is where we go into the process of just realizing this is just going, forwards. Because you maybe feel like you're going backwards, you know what I mean? But you're actually going forwards. The tension's
Great
not going to go
example.
away. Yeah.
Great example of using the no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my majority, my conditioning was to say yes to this. Then I realized, oh, it's no longer serving me. So now I say no, which gives me space to say yes to something else.
Yeah. A lot of bravery.
Oh,
a lot of bravery there.
Yes. Seeing the condition, the conditioning, shedding the condition, the conditioning, and choosing a new one. And that is unfamiliar. That is change. And for whatever reason, we're conditioned to fear something new.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like not even a couple of years back, I had to make that decision. I mean, I had to just stop this group where everybody was going, everybody was gathering. It was a known spot. Everybody, like, where are you? How come you're not coming? This and that. And then when I did come and I showed up and everything like that, it wasn't making it any kind of obvious thing, but there was obviously my energy shifted. You know, my energy changed. I didn't speak the way they were speaking. You know what I mean? I wasn't engaging with the conversations as I used to, you know, whatever it was for whatever reasons. Yeah. And I started myself saying, oh, this is what I'm choosing because this is what I feel when I want to put in my body now, you know? So yeah, that made it very uncomfortable for the people around me. And that made me uncomfortable because I thought, what's wrong with me? Because I'm the only one that's doing it and they're all doing what they're doing. But then I had to say, this is what I'm choosing. And it was a lonely experience. I had to go through that alone. But was that a wrong thing? Was I in whatever structure? No, I was just choosing. And then I get to be here where I am now. And now I can be in that same group. And even if the tension comes up, I can still stand in my power. You know, I stay in my power with love because now I become the example. But was I example before? No, I wasn't. I was an outcast. I was gossip. I was that, who does she think she is? You know, that kind of talk. And then I had, you know, coming to now this time, and it wasn't just overnight, it's years in the making, but here I am. And I say, who is this? Did I just show up like this? No. You have to do the process of just letting go of what does not serve you. That does not serve you. It's nothing personal to anyone else. And I feel that that's when you come into the new identity of saying, okay. Because in the process, it doesn't show you that. It allows you to go through a lot of pain, like Alison explains, but the pain is actually your gain. Does that make sense? Because yeah, it's not easy. But let me tell you, when you get to the end result and you're in an environment where you're excited to come into, that you are like literally in love with, and then it takes you, that frequency of vibration takes you through your day. Wow. You're unstoppable. No matter how you look, what you have, what you don't have, you're unstoppable. Because you're enough.
Thank you.
I think one of the milestones in what you were talking about, Nikki, is when we get to see and realize that our pains and our stumbling blocks become our stepping stones.
Thank you, Alison.
Yeah,
Very true.
they create the pearls in our lives.
Mm-hmm. They allow you to see over the wall into your land of plenty. I often think about those little stepping stools that you have for little ones in the kitchen so that they can reach the counter, right? They make us taller. It would seem that that's the design of it. I do believe that we can only really get to that when we have the right kind of support around us. Which is why we need each other to do this.
Mm. You know, I cannot emphasize how important that is, Alison, what you just said now. And if I could say the importance here of that is that we weren't here to do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
And we have so much to give that we're here to share. And yesterday, somebody, I think Joe was saying in his rap, sharing is caring, you know, and it's very important that what we have to share is to be expressed, vitally important. Because if people want to know the reasons of the essence of why they're here, is that allow themselves to tap into the real truth of who they are, that's in their heart, and they get to express the joy of that, spreads. It spreads right through. You channel that. You get to channel that. You get to experience that. Yes. That to me is, I think yesterday when we did the dragon meditation, I think for me that was the most exciting part of everything. That we did it together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like little lights all over the place, just all over shining, the little lights flying in the air, you know, going through the tunnel, you know, just allowing ourselves to explore and just imagining and helping each other through our journey together. It's just, and having to know that, wow. So yeah, I really love that. And I'm very open to that too now.
Actually really bizarre because I've had a contemplation day today where I've just been reflecting on lots of different things and writing and in the garden, reflecting some more. And then just before this call started, I was going over some of my writing from about 20 years ago. And in the writing, I have a plan written out of how, so my higher self wrote out a plan for now, for now.
Wow.
So, but in this plan, and it's so bizarre, I haven't picked the book up for a little while and read through it. So it's got, if enough energy is built, insights will connect discovery, right? So, and it takes us through, like, number one is acknowledgement and acceptance of your instinct and spiritual feelings. And then number 2 is learning of your insights and following that. The perception of beauty, the expectation leads to things that happen to us when we have those expectations. Number 4, oh no, what was it? Then it goes into energy fields and seeing the energy.
Wow.
How humans compete for energy, being hooked and grabbing energy from something they need. There's a whole thing. Number 5, it says here, clear as day, euphoric feelings of love, mystical consciousness, receiving energy from another source. We will one day be able to tap into this. Intaking energy, right, from other, love for everything. Down the bottom, it's got fill up with energy from these mystical experiences and coincidences, and the synchronicities will happen again. So 20 years ago, I've written that this mystical consciousness will open up to us. We'll be able to tap into it. And I just found it tonight.
Wow.
In this,
wow.
It's just really bizarre that I opened this folder.
That's really exciting.
That's amazing.
This is it, eh? This is it. This is beautiful, eh? I'm telling you, man. This is why it's just beautiful.
And then the things that you guys have been speaking about, these are all the things that I've been writing about as well. So I'm just sitting here doing a little bit more reflection.
Yeah,
going,
there's it. Don't be surprised. This is it. This is really it. It's pure creation. It's pure divine. It's pure wholeness. It's pure bliss. It's pure joy. Oh, and it's that. That is what we creating here. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
The abundance. The abundance. I mean, I become the ladybird now in the neighborhood too. I got my friend Karine. She does birds, and we're sitting there with the birds, and we left some seeds out for the birds and whatever. But she looked at it and said, "Look at the abundance." I said, "They don't even know how. There's so much abundance there. It's frightening." But then the next day, they don't know if they're going to have that, right? So they keep eating. You follow? They're so full. They are so full, but they keep eating, man. I tell you, like, keep some for tomorrow. But no, they eat it all up. Because you know why? They know that tomorrow is going to be, it's just going to be abundance again. It's this, we're going to find food again. You follow? Yeah? So it's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Thank you for sharing that, Ebony.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. It's just beautiful.
That's okay. I love synchronicities.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing everything.
So much abundance. We learn as we teach.
Yeah, goes hand in hand.
Yeah. I love it.
They might even be the same thing.
Yeah, man.
It's the full circle, right? Or the cycle.
If we narrow it down to expansion, it is the same thing.
Exactly. JC always works with contraction or expansion. It's a really useful shortcut. Mhm.
Buying things is good. There's a lot of overcomplications in this world.
Mhm. Jessie, share those 3 words with her. You know which
Which
ones
3
I'm talking
words?
about. Simple. Simple,
Mhm.
silly, and easy.
Yeah,
Simple,
thank you.
silly.
Easy, simple, silly.
Mine is easy, simple, and fun.
No, you can't use that. Sorry. It has to be silly.
Ow, I'm gonna battle that one out with you.
Yeah, my favorite is silly.
Yeah, that's
More
it. It
silly,
just means
please.
silly. Yeah, yeah. I want more silly too. I just want to be playful, silly.
I don't want
Mm.
anything to make sense. Keep it
That's
silly.
sort of like when we can see our conditioning, we can see our patterns, we see how silly they are.
Amen. That's it. Exactly, right?
Mm.
And what we're also focusing on, the thing that we're focusing on so much that, we think will be better, but it's not. It's just going to be different. That's the difference of being different, you know?
Yep.
That's what makes you who you are,
Yes.
And I feel that when we get to celebrate that, it's just the obvious of what will become of who we want to become and who we choose to be in knowing who we want to be with. Because who you be with is very important. I love being by myself. Okay, fair enough. I love being with myself. I love myself, honestly. But I got to tell you, I realized yesterday as a reflection and awareness of how grateful I had the experience that I could be a childlike imagination again, that I lived my whole life. And who would have known this little girl that used to play in a room by herself, and still does, I get to be with a group of people flying dragons with me. Like, who would have known in my lifetime this would ever happen? And yeah, you can say, oh, it's just, meditation. It's just a part of, but it's how it's presented, what resonated for me in my life, and what it's giving me the opening permission to say, now you have your wings. You fly. No matter what anyone does, no matter what anyone says, no matter what criticism, what insults, whatever you think that you're not, that you should be, and how you need to be. Oh, no, my dear. You go, okay, what do I want to express today? Yeah.
So the question is,
Yeah.
can you generate that feeling of being in that space as a child with the freedom to just be in other parts of your life or with other activities that you're doing? Can you identify feeling
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
and where can you do
Hmm?
and yeah, just where can you do that? So I find in the garden when I'm doing gardening or mowing, I end up like a little kid all the time, just looking at the leaves falling or chasing a leaf fall. So where can you implement more of that now that you remember the feeling?
Beautiful question. Beautiful question.
That becomes the foundation, that feeling, that sense, that trigger. It's like, oh,
that's a beautiful
when
question.
I'm out of
Oh,
it, when I'm out of it,
yeah.
just noticing, oh,
Amen.
that's where I can get back to.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes,
And the
That's
dragon
it,
is a
man.
great anchor to do that.
Because as we know, we can't stay in the superconscious constantly 24/7. You follow? We have to have the human experience going through. And that is just having to allow ourselves to tap into that moment of saying, what are we now choosing to create in our thoughts, in our emotions, and what we're choosing and having, you know? Because there's nothing wrong in also wanting something. It's coming from a place of, do we want it because it's an add-on? Or is it just trying to fulfill something that is missing? Yeah. And so it's like a cup runneth over, as a metaphor of speaking, you know? And for me, that is now, it's a wonderful reflection, because as I give now to that feeling of myself, I can give it to others, because it's just energetically exchanging. We're just exchanging energy. It's just, that's what it is. And so when you get to channel that, I find it very beautiful and very humbling, because it's got nothing to do with my intellect or what I've achieved. It's just allowing me to be at war with myself in spirit. That has given me that.
I found, well, I like the feeling of wonder and curiosity. And so taking even a minute or 30 seconds to step out of my everyday responsibilities and take a moment to appreciate even the greenness of the grass. I know it sounds silly.
No, you got to speak as you speak. It's beautiful.
And then
it's
you
beautiful.
Notice there'd be little bugs or a butterfly or
something beautiful.
Need you to follow that, and then before you know it, you've totally, in 30 seconds, created a whole new realm in that moment. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. And I just want to say, if I don't mind me saying about speaking, it's come to me realizing that if we do not speak into existence, it's not going to come. So we need to speak as we're speaking from what our absolute truth is for you, because that sets somebody else free. It's not for you or I or me to think if somebody understands it anymore. It is now coming into the truth of what you're experiencing, because what you're experiencing is what I choose to experience too, or allowing to experience. And I think that's the beautiful part of coming into, into this now moment together, creating together, because this is what we're doing right now. We're creating. We're shifting as we're speaking. It's just what it is. And so now all of this is just embodying it. We get to just embody this and go through the day of this. And we need to hear it. That's another thing. We need to hear it.
So there's a dance, hey, Nikki. There's a dance.
Yeah, thank you, Jen.
With the speaking and the silence. So there's you speak and then you wait. You
Mm.
allow.
Mm. Isn't it just beautiful when you think Emily 20 years ago, she wrote this down. She brought it into existence. It maybe have not showed up right there physically, but it was brought off. It was broadcast. Now she's witnessing. She's taking us to dragons. She's dancing with her daughter. She's incredible. She's incredible, powerful. You know, what an essence. What a beauty. Ian, 4 years ago, he had to pay for this, thinking that he maybe have to fix himself and correct it and make some sort of appearance. And now he had to go through a journey of just discovering. And now he comes to a place where he says, oh, I just noticed that, okay, but now it's for free. Now he gets to choose what he wants. What would he want? Nothing fixing. It's just what he wants now because he has put it into his environment. He's drawn it to himself. Now he can just do it because he's choosing it, not because he's feeling, oh, I've got to feel loved, you know, or I've got to be look at or be a certain way or not, you know. No, he went through all that resistance in the men's group. He dissolved it. He dissolved it. Now he can bring it into this safe environment, because it's a safe environment that he can share. The current reality of where he was and the desired reality, but he's now knowing that he had to put the tension, he had to hold the tension, it comes through the tension, and now he gets to say, I just choose this now. And now it's for free. He's a powerful creator. And with a huge heart. And we don't need to. We can all come in agreement with that. Because when Ian speaks, my heart melts. That's how profoundly he echoes.
I have that experience too with him, Nikki.
Oh, my absolutely. My heart just melts. Yeah. And I think this is where this is how Source speaks. Mm. What do you say, Craig?
I'm just in kind of a deep contemplation at the moment.
Mm.
Nothing to say right now.
Mm.
but I'm enjoying where this is going.
Mm.
It's expanding.
Mm. And wasn't that your heart desire?
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about those heart desires, is that a lot of them are, a number of them in
Mm.
the last few months have come true,
Mm.
and I didn't recognize them immediately.
Mm. Mm.
In fact, none of them I recognized immediately. It's kind of like I go, pinch me.
Yeah.
Is this what
Mm.
my heart really wanted? And I didn't even
Is it?
know. I didn't even know that.
Mm. Mm.
Even when it showed up, I didn't know.
Mm. Mm.
Which may mean that I've denied my own heart for a long time. And adapted.
Welcome back.
Oh, I love you,
Yeah.
Craig.
Yeah, which may be part of the suffering that I've
Mhm.
experienced,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
deep heart suffering from being denied.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, isn't that a
Mm-hmm.
life learning?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just letting go of all those bags that carried you heavily.
Yeah. Yeah.
One by one, dropping them.
Heart full of rocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't believe in suffering anymore. I believe
That's it.
it's just all spiritual growth. There is no suffering. I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe in the word suffering anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was saying, Ian, is that I realized that my heart was suffering because it was denied.
Hmm.
Mm.
I want to give you a big heart hug. I'm giving it across the airways.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, I feel it.
What you giving? I don't hear that.
A heart hug.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
giving me a
man.
power energy hug from across the ocean. But this is an invitation to all of you
Mm.
to join me in this, realization.
Beautiful.
I just want to honor you, Craig, for being able to recognize what you've been carrying and what
Mm.
you've been denying, that you're saying you've been denying. So it takes a lot of courage to actually unpack the layers around our heart at times.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Mm-hmm.
to that point where we can go, I've been denying myself and my heart
Mm-hmm.
or essence of who I am. It's incredible. And I just, that's amazing. It's
Beautiful.
seriously very inspiring.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Thank
it.
you.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's a road to recovery.
Yep. Yes. Mm.
Might even be the road to recovery. Healthy heart.
That's it. That's it.
Healthy
Healthy
heart
heart.
that can freely express itself.
Yes. I love that, man.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that, man. I love that. I love that, Craig. I love that.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm loving it too.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the essence of liberation. My dragon Lilith is speaking to me this morning. She's powerful, but she has a sweetness to her.
My dragon was green and it's representing the heart chakra.
Yeah, mine, she's orange. She's sacral.
Live from an open heart. That's what mine's representing, I feel.
Yeah.
Mm.
The energy of life and creativity. And reproduction and offspring. Creating by combining. With engagement and interaction. And everything is new. A new creation. The old has passed away. All things have become new. That's a prophetic word for all of us here. All things are becoming new. Receive it. Receive it all. Embrace it. Let it penetrate and integrate. And become your truth.
I like that. Become your truth.
Just speaking what's coming to me, Ian. Oh, my. All things have become new. Anticipate what's new. Invite it in. Oh, my.
I just want to emphasize not just the lesson here, but what is actually in process here with me. That verse that all is passed away and all is new has been something I've carried through my whole life and worked through trying to fix that and letting go. And yesterday, everything became very new to me. And to having that scripture or that quote come up now, and then seeing things that are new for me in this new now moment is spot on. It's like, and just to know that what is here channeling is something very beautiful, because as I didn't go into my head thinking, what must I say next? I'm not thinking, actually. I am just here. And what came where I could have said anyone else's name, I just took it. This is where you have to step out and taking the unknown, because it's unknown to you what's happening. But when it's this feeling that comes across for me, I just had to go to Craig and say, what do you got to say? And I even said it in that way. And he actually responded, I've got nothing to say, actually. I have no words. But you see, with that knowing and thinking nothing of that, because I'd say, thank you very much for that. But with pure of just here in this now moment of not thinking, allowing to even think or feel, just being here. This is source. This is it. We are all it together. because what has just been said now, only God knows that. And I speak that prophetically. Only God knew what I know and what I needed to hear to have that confirmation. Because everything is new. For me, in this now knowing of what was, as I have been practicing or being verbally in every possible way of letting that just be, you know. And what a resistance! What a real battle that was. But today, when you allow God to be God, it doesn't matter who He speaks to, how you look. When you open your heart and say, right, what is here for me and for the collective? What is here for me that comes to serve with intentional to make it not just a difference, but a change in somebody's life for that moment. Because it's just moment by moment when we come in, how we're coming in and how we leave is two different ways, baby. Because how we came into this world and how we're leaving is going to be two different ways. Two different ways. We get to make that change, but we get to make it in showing each other who we are and letting God express Himself. And if we do listen, this is the change. This is the change. It happens suddenly. Suddenly it happens. Suddenly. And you go, oh, wow, is that what it was? Yes, suddenly. So where you are and what you are is just where you need to be. Because when
Nikki.
this comes, it comes and it comes and it comes and it just will ground you now. It's grounded me, hey? I mean, you want to know how God speaks? This is how God speaks. This is how it speaks. It's the reflection of each other. Listening to each other's hearts.
I had no control over how that landed.
It is not, it's just...
but I know that it did.
It did. And this is where I say thank you for the new birth. Thank you, new birth. Love bombs, this love unconditionally, with no attachments, with nothing, no strings attached. Just thank you for consciousness. Yeah, thank you for super conscious. Thank you for spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Just thank you that we can come together, because this is what happens in small groups like ours that can expand. We're doing so much in the collective now. Right now, we are making waves, humongous change. You just tap into that right now and just allow that to just say thank you. We can take it to any corners of the earth, any childless orphan out there that hasn't got a parent, to love them, to nurture them, to feed them, to tell them. This is the change. Honestly, this is what's new. This is what we're birthing here. And it is uncomfortable sometimes. It really is. I feel like, what is all this? Like it's gonna come. It's coming. It's come. It's here.
Well, the new is always unfamiliar.
Oh, it's
always.
That's it. And it's okay to voice that out, to say it's uncomfortable here, it's a little uncomfortable. But when we acknowledge what is and say, okay, I'm a little uncomfortable, but what is that uncomfortable? What needs to be here to feel that I can now be, and it's out of our understanding. It really is. But that's where going into innocence and seeing yourself for the first time. Thank you, God.
Well, yeah, even innocence is uncomfortable in a sense.
Yeah.
I feel like when you know that you're experiencing something new and you get those uncomfortable feelings, by being able to tell yourself this is a new experience and that's why I'm feeling this or feeling like this. It kind of like gives reason to that uncomfortability so you can move through it a little bit easier.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful.
Yeah. I caught myself
Beautiful.
yesterday. I caught
Oh,
myself yesterday asking myself,
yes, Emily.
oh, what are you doing?
Oh my
Um,
God,
Do you
I
know
wish
what
I
you're
could.
doing? Do you know what you're doing?
Yes, yes,
And I
yes,
had to
Craig.
kind of laugh and say, no, I have no clue. I have no clue what I'm doing. But I know it's correct for me.
I'm open to it.
Is it?
I'm
Yeah.
open to it. Exactly. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
Have you done?
And my
do you,
heart and soul knows,
yeah. Do you do heart meditations? Does anyone do like 10-minute tune up for heart? Or
Oh, you
anything?
can tune us up today if you want to. I'm all for it. If that's the request, I'm going for it. I'm going yes behind Emily. I'm just telling you right up front here, girls and boys. Yes, yes, and my
Yeah,
yes. I'm
I
going
do
with
that,
it, yes.
Ebony.
You do?
That,
Yeah,
there's,
great.
Yeah.
there's not
Yeah.
even a question when I have to think about just hearing your voice. Yes, thank you. Yes. My hand is
Yeah, but-
up in the classroom. My hand is way up. Can you see me? I'm right at the back. But I'm holding my hand up. Can you see it? I'm just being silly now. I'm allowed to be silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to just ask a quick question. When you said yesterday about the lovely meditation about the blueprint, I'm also up for that because I was really contemplating what you said yesterday, and I was really allowing that to, be resonant to me. When I want to feel that when it's time for you, I would just love that, and I think it's gonna. I really have a very ready spirit for that,
Yeah.
So I'm
Nikki?
excited. Let's just say I'm excited for that meditation. I mean, I'm excited for my dragon, but let me tell you, I'm excited for this one too. And anything with the heart, I'm also for. Just say,
Yeah. Yeah.
Nikki, I appreciate your silly.
Yeah, I
And
really
I want
am,
to
because
do
I
this
like
too,
that.
but before we do that, I want to answer Ebony's question.
Mm.
Yeah, I do kind of a heart meditation, but it's kind of interesting. I think it was back in October of last year. I was in a session with Jesse, and I landed on my one true choice. And we've spoken it before, but I'll bring it back up again. It's I choose living the desires of my heart.
Yeah.
That was the one that landed. And so every day, that's my heart contemplation that I go back to.
Yeah.
And what's been very interesting is these desires of my heart keep showing up in my life over and over and over again. And I don't always recognize them right away.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay.
So the answer is yes, to an extent, but it's not. It's very spontaneous.
Yeah.
The way I experience those heart meditations.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested in what you're offering us today.
I haven't got anything planned, but I can ad lib. We're good.
Yeah, aren't those the best ones?
Yes, I think that would be lovely.
I think Well, what I've found, even going through the process when we were going into the meditation yesterday, how we start off focusing on the heart and breathing into that space and bringing that loving energy from an experience into it and then expanding it out. That is like you can do that in the car. You can do that wherever you are at. If you're feeling a little bit stressed, if you're feeling, it takes a few minutes just to, you don't necessarily even have to close your eyes, just breathing into your heart and thinking, put that smile on your face, bring that feeling in, and you'll notice that you shift, your whole perception shifts instantly because nothing can live out like with love unless it's love. And so when we train ourselves, recondition ourselves to be present in the moment with love, it kind of like will naturally start taking over any experiences that aren't of love. It's like a muscle memory. It continues to do it. So if we experience anything that's kind of throwing us out of that loving vibration, just refocusing our breath, focusing in on our heart space and creating that feeling. And to start with, it can be a little bit tricky because we have our mind to overcome. However, if you make the decision that you're just going to focus on that experience of love, it just happens. And the more we practice it, the more it comes about. That's how it is. That's what I've found anyway. So maybe just you can try that. It only has to be like a couple of minutes even. So we can do a little meditation if you want. I can do a little quick 10-minute one if you've got time.
I would just like to say my daily routine, I drink cacao and that gets me in my heart. I love cacao. I drink one every morning.
Yeah, have you been to those ceremonies, the cacao ceremonies?
Yeah, I go at least once a month. I love them.
And have you noticed how many people like end up coughing and spluttering when they have the cacao?
Not really.
No, it might be just because the ones that they're not regular, and so they're like one-off ones, and so newbies go in there, and then you hear all these people coughing and stuff, and it's like they've gulped down a big thing of cacao, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm sending light, trying to help their their throat chakra settle or whatever it is. So that's sorry, I was just having a little entertaining thought there.
Yeah, I only go to events that bring joy to my heart, so I go to quite a lot of cacao events.
Yeah, because it's meant to be really, really soothing, isn't it? And activating of that heart space.
Yeah, and I like the taste of it. It's nice.
Yeah,
It's very good. It's very good. One of the best things you could drink for yourself. Good for you, Ken. Good for you. Emily, I just want to ask, and it's not important when I say or whatever, but are you from the UK or are you from the States? Where are you from, like accent-wise?
I'm in Melbourne, Australia.
So you're Australian?
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting. Yeah. I think Australian, like, because your voice, I'm going with your voice, and it's, yeah, I think Pascal also said, it's very it's very soothing for the ear, right?
Yeah, she's got a very soothing voice.
It's very soothing in the ear. Yeah, it's like he said, he could follow you through your meditation, because Pascal does meditations too. He's given us some really nice meditations, and it's been very enlightening, lovely.
I'm gonna tell.
But even as you talk, I find, it's Australian is, yeah. Because my yoga teacher, one of them, one of my teachers, that is Australian, and it's just, yeah, it's so different, you know, because she speaks, I don't know if I should say she speaks like you. I don't want to compare you, but she has yeah, you know, that soothing and that sort of like little on the cheeky side. She'll say something and you just can't help to laugh because it's like, okay, nothing. Because it's so like, you know, yeah. So I was just like, I just wanted to say, I have complimented you, but it's not a compliment. It's just, it's really like just listening to you. It's really lovely. I think this is a real gift that you have with your voice.
I'm
A real
I'm
beautiful,
I'm sitting here
beautiful gift.
in what you're saying, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to tell my children that you've said this, so when they don't want to
Yes.
listen,
See,
I'm
there's
like,
the cheekiness. Yeah. You see, it's too
I have a
realistic.
soothing
It's
voice.
so
Now go to the
realistic. It's
room.
like, yeah. Love you. But it's really beautiful. Yeah. So yeah.
I just feel it's amazing. I'm in the UK, Ebony's in Australia, and you guys are in the US, and we're all here right now talking. It's like, whoa.
Isn't it? Yeah. 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 And who says that would ever happen? We created it. And that's the creation, the co-creation of who we are, what we're doing. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. And that, you know, awareness of truth. This is truth. If you want to know what's true, this is true. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. It takes the bold and the courage to be here, man. Let me tell you. Like we are warriors, yeah, baby. Yeah, we are warriors.
I also think, Ebony, it'd be really good for Audible. Your voice on books would be really nice.
Mm.
You know how many times I've practiced doing those? I actually love reading books out loud. It's one of my things.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
That'd be cool. All right. Would you like to?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Yes.
We'll do a. Yeah. Okay, Jesse, have you got time? Yeah. All right. Okay. So we're just going to get comfortable. Take a nice deep breath in, either sitting or laying, whatever you feel. Let's just take some nice deep breaths into our heart space. And whilst you're relaxing into that, we're going to start putting a green glow in our heart center today. Breathing in the green, expanding with the green. I'm going to ask that you bring that loving or joyous feeling into the heart space as you breathe and expand the green vibration from your heart. Once you're smiling into that feeling that you're creating, maybe put your hands over your heart, and we're just going to take a moment to honor the physical heart in our body. Thanking it for the love that it holds inside of it, the love that it gives to us, the love that connects us all. the love that reminds us of why we're here. Honoring its ability to give us life without us even having to ask it to. Honoring the experiences we've had with it. And regardless of those experiences, it continues to carry our life force, sometimes without any acknowledgement. Taking a moment to think about how grateful, how appreciative for every beat that it does on our behalf to keep us here experiencing life and love. Thank you, heart. Thank you for never giving up on me when I've felt like giving up on myself. Thank you for continuing to beat loudly and continuing to love regardless, continuing to process the energy of emotion that I create, that we create. Thank you, heart. Thank you for showing me what unconditional love is and holding space for me. Thank you for reflecting and reminding me of who I am, who we all are, and what we share, what connects us. Sending the love that we felt at the start, that we intentionally brought to the surface, back into our heart. Give that love and thanks to our heart for bringing us all together and connecting all of us and the experiences that we will continue to have from love. Thank you, heart. When you're ready, bring your attention back to the space that you're sitting or laying in. Bring the feeling with you you found in your heart into your day. You guys all feeling the love?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
That's a yes for me.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Just a nice little one you can start or end your day with. I find it's just soothing. It's nice to be appreciated, and I'm sure just just stopping to appreciate the fact, that we have this physical heart that just keeps working without us even. We're so, like acknowledging it most of the time. It's crazy. So yeah, a little tool for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it's beautiful. Ebony and Ivy.
Is there any way that you could like crop that meditation you just did and put it in a group so I can listen to it daily? That'd be nice.
Yep, sure can do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Ebony. If
Sure.
Ebony's all right with that, we can do that. And
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll just I'll honor like my intention. I came in with equal, and I said, where do I want to leave? And love. With love, be love.
Mm.
And
There you
Oh
man,
my God.
we
Yes.
knocked
You
that out of the
see
park,
this?
huh?
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Mm.
Did you see this?
That's
Now,
awesome.
do you see this? Literally, can you see it? Not just feel it, can you see it? Oh man,
That is structure, and that is how
that.
tension and intention work.
Oh my God, that's it.
Yeah.
Can
Beautiful.
you see this?
A great start to the day.
That is like a love bomb. Bombs. That's exactly what it is, yeah?
Yep.
That structure as you came in, that's the end result of what you were wanting to leave. And we weren't here preparing for heart meditation. We weren't going to, we didn't know. But it unfolds as we allow it.
Yep.
And look at the end result. Wow. Wow. I have, that's it. That's it. Being it. This is it.
Yep. That is
It's just beautiful.
That is what we do every morning, right? That's the importance of the
Amen.
word.
This is what
That's
we
the importance
do.
of the silence. And that's the importance of just allowing it to unfold.
You see how beautiful the structure is? You don't need to even know. And then you will find out what you need to know. That to me is what I felt yesterday to announce, because it's so true to the core of it's so powerful. It's so powerful. And the foundation, of building up and expanding and having others to come with their gifts and their genius and their greatness, and it's unfolding literally in front of us, like really in front of us, and it's epic. This is the prime example of what we've just spoken, learned, experiencing, trying to understand, but it's right here in this now moment of what we've just created together.
Integrating.
Isn't that? Yeah. Oh, Jesse, you just I know when my cup's full. I'm full. That's full for me now. Whoa. Yeah, baby. That's a cup full. Runneth over today. Thank you.
But here's part of that that's amazing for me.
Yeah.
is that the desires of my heart have already been synced up, or have always been synced up with that.
Yes.
And so as I engage in the desires of my heart, what ends up happening is that I'm in sync. I'm in sync with everything that's unfolding.
Mm. Quantum, yeah, baby.
Yeah, because they're one and the
You're
same. That's the cosmic heart, right?
That's it, baby. That's it. New birth. It's just beautiful, Craig. It's beautiful. That is to be celebrated. That is like so epic.
Yeah, and the reason it's new to us is because we're unfamiliar with living there.
Yep.
But we were designed to live there.
Yep.
We're always meant to live there.
Yep.
Oh, lovely.
I see
Oh, come on.
the
Come on
opposite,
now.
where I've lived in my heart in a world that seems backwards, and so it's not been until it's really hard to find connections that are heart-based connections, that where people are honest with themselves and open to taking responsibility of self and expanding on their awareness and sharing perception and sharing ideas, creating from that space. So this is amazing. I love the fact that we're all connecting and coming from a place that is of our true nature.
Learning and growing together, like learning and teaching, basically. Because this is where we're the teacher and the student here. No, this is what it's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And some can bring more awareness to that, of what needs to be lights, for you to say, oh, okay, thank you. And then you take it from there because only you can do it. So, but having to have this is a it's a life lesson unfolding right in front of us. As I'm speaking, it's unfolding. It's it's so fast that we won't be able to comprehend. But when you really get into the grasp of it, and it's this aha moment, it's like, whoa, this is it. Because it's like, so like you said, the mind wants to take over. It's just got to go, no, let's go back. And this is what we're doing constantly through our sessions. Let's just get back to what we're focusing on here, what we're choosing. Yeah. So this, what Jessie in the end, and it's so great, when this happens, you got to get excited, because this is a demonstration of all the work put in one. That's how beautiful this is. Yeah. And people need to see this practically. They got to witness it. They got to see it, because it's pointless telling people. Yeah, because they're in their own reality. They're dealing with their own, unfolding things. It's a lot. But if they hold on, this is what I say, hold on, hold on. Because I'm telling you, when all of this noise gets away and put it aside, this is when it comes. It just comes.
So when we are
thank
aware, when we are aware of the unaware,
yes,
and it's unaware of what? Our conditioning.
yes,
So aware our behaviors are conditioned,
yes.
such as you're not even aware how you put your socks on. Are you a sock, shoe person, or a sock, shoe?
Sock, shoe.
Yeah.
So aware of our conditioned behaviors, our behaviors that are conditioned. Oh, I need to be right over wrong. I hang on to scarcity rather than abundance. I say no more than yes. My life feels limited rather than expansive. I should, shadows I could. And of course, I always do good.
Mm.
Only when we are aware of our conditioning behavior can we change it to something new.
100%.
Aware of the unaware, shed it and create it new.
And what I think what comes up for me with the dragon, as we all understand about our dragon, it's not just like the metaphor of the dragon, it's how you want to see yourself. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what the dragon represents here.
Yep.
How you see yourself in the dragon, and the dragon sees you, because we are golden thread together in all of this. So how we see each other and how we see is how we see ourselves. And you can see however you choose to see how you want to see yourself. You can see yourself as ugly as you want or as beautiful as you want. You're fine, yeah? Yeah. Wow.
So I sign off with love.
I sound off with love.
Yeah.
I sign off with love. Full stop. Stamp it there.
Thank you for
You have
sharing.
my, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Get ready. Hold on. I don't know if you want to hold on to your dragon now, baby, but I let my dragon loose. She's loose. She's flying now, my dear. But I am flying with my structure of the right people. Thank you, God. I just want to emphasize this today. I want to broadcast this today. Thank you, God. Thank you. Because what I choose is choosing me, baby. Hallelujah. What's choosing me is what I'm choosing is choosing me. And that's it's all I need is that one yes. So yes to love, babe. Thank you. Magic.
Thank you all. Until next
Thank
time.
you. Thank you,
Much love.
everyone. Thank you, Ian. Love
Yeah,
you,
I'm
Ebony,
complete too.
Craig.
Thank you.
Much
Love
love.
you guys. I
Yeah,
love
what
you
a wonderful
guys.
space
Cheers.
today.
What it's just magic. Love. Big hearts, big love. Kisses.
Lots of love.
Love and hugs.